Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea Brown and this is my Week 7 presentation of Development Internet Research. This project maintained information about crime reporting and the differences between the UCR SRS system and the updated NIBRS. So first I have a content page just speaking about what we will be going over. First we will talk about the UCR reports, we will move on to the NIBRS reports, then significant differences. After that, we'll speak about the NIBRS benefits. Furthermore, we will speak about the community that it will help, a short conclusion, and then on to the resources. What is UCR reporting? So first, the UCR used the system of a summary reporting system. Basically, this means that they a monthly tally of crimes in a summarized version. They maintained focus on volume, diversity, and complexity. This created a very generalized crime data statistic. Moving on, there is crime trends. This assisted in identifying patterns, hotspots, and the changes in criminal activity, however, only focused on a surplus of one crime. The SRS system allowed for data analysis to gather crime data over a period in time, and from there, police force was able to locate hotspots of crime incidents. Police departments would gain knowledge of these hotspots and allocate funding and attention to one particular place in order to reduce the crime rate in that area. Overall, the SRS system marginalized crime rate and gave very little detail and specifics of the crime incidents. One of the only major factors given was the type of crime and a broad location of where the crime is committed. For example, say there is a city that began to have a surplus of breaking and entering. Police would then allocate resources on that one particular crime group in a large area. Instead of focusing funding on one specific crime to reduce crime, it would be a very broad spectrum. Moving on, what is the NIBRS reporting? In short, the NIBRS is the National Incident-Based Reporting System. This was implemented in 1989. Furthermore, it provided a more comprehensive view of crime with a larger scope of flexibility in data gathering. So what some of the main things that they would report are offense reports. These provided a more accurate set of data between individual crime rather than crime as a whole. Then there were victim circumstances. It ranged between crimes such as domestic violence, identity theft, animal cruelty, and cybercrime. Furthermore, in stating that there was not one crime they had to focus on due to a generalized area, rather than they had more information that was adequate in funding different portions of crime. Then there's the primary crime data system. They wanted the NIBRS to become the primary crime data system because it took initiative in creating numerous and accurate data analysis. The NIBRS provided up to 52 classifications with 10 offenses per incident. Also, NIBRS gives a greater understanding of who the victims are. It can give a larger set of data stating intimate details about the case, such as the sex of a victim, time of death, place of death, weapon used, and relation from offender to victim. In 2013, city officials had worked together to show elected officials and media outlets that this system was the most accurate form of crime data strategy. What are some major differences between the UCR SRS system and the NIBRS system? So, the UCR system utilized a summary-based approach, meaning it was just a summarized version of crime in one particular area. There were no specific details. Furthermore, the reports were aggregated crime reports. It wasn't very specific, they lacked detail. Lastly, it provided a high-level overview of crime trends, so that it only showed the trend of the crime and where that crime trend was occurring, rather than a generalized area, rather than a specific area, a specific person, and then a specific offender. Furthermore, the NIBRS identified crime with precision. It better defined resources in an efficient and effective manner. They gave context to specific crime problems rather than dealing with crime as a whole. They maintained focus on one crime and being able to use it to their best ability in order to achieve justice. It provided greater analytic flexibility. As the SRS system that UCR utilized created a broad spectrum of crime reports, the NIBRS identified crime with strategy and precision, maintaining a better outcome. Moving on, we have the benefits of the NIBRS system. First, there was specificity. This includes the date and time, victim type, victim data, if there were drugs involved, what type it was, and if there was any gang activity or gang affiliation. Second, there was a no hierarchy rule. This included state level funding, accessibility to training and to the system, training opportunities, and technical assistance for companies that wanted to maintain the NIBRS system in their daily functions. Next, we have the level of detail, including relationships between the victim and the offender, or suspects and witnesses. Locational data, not only a large locational data, but a location where the crime occurred. Property descriptions, and again, if there was drugs involved, the quantity of drugs. And lastly, there is accuracy. It included the offenders suspected, statistical reliability, and timeliness. Because of how much detail there was, it was easier to maintain a procedure in researching the crime. Crime had progressed to be more complex and complicated. These benefits are especially beneficial to news medias since they collect shareable knowledge through recent advances in the data collection system. Moving on, how will the NIBRS system help communities? Utilizing the NIBRS system assures communities that the police activity is not directed based off of a generalization or a summary of crime. By using more accurate information, resources will be acquitted in the areas that require a stronger load of attention, and not only in areas, but in specific homes where attention needs to be the forefront of. Furthermore, law enforcement is enabled to take informed decisions that ensure proactive steps to keep the community safe. The community will feel more at peace with police activity, knowing that they are investigating a specific crime with specific analytics. Lastly, we have the conclusion. Utilizing the NIBRS system allows law enforcement to maintain focus on specific crimes. Furthermore, there will be more accurate knowledge held in each official by using accurate and specific details. Also, the timeliness of the NIBRS system is kept up to date, further enhancing that crime will be prosecuted in a timely and efficient manner. Moreover, the community has a better understanding of crime statistics and the direction of where and why federal funds are spent. Thus, there is more trust that the criminal justice system is using these funds efficiently and in an attempt to keep communities safe. Then I have the resources, which I used the YouTube video that was presented on Blackboard, as well as the government site, National Incident-Based Reporting System, also found in the Blackboard. Thank you for watching.